This video playing beside me is a very sad video that I wish I did not need to talk about at a time like this. But then I think we should learn. We should learn, and this goes to the men outside there, responsible men, great guys who are doing everything possible to make sure their families are okay. This is the very sad story of a man who slummed and died while the Thanksgiving service was going on for his wife's 60th birthday. You can imagine how much he has put into that event to make it happen. You can imagine, if at all it was, you would have imagined how much the wife would have said, I want it to be the talk of the town, I want everything, I want this, I want that. Or even if it was a surprise package for the wife, you understand, like, the wife didn't know how far or to what extent he was going to celebrate that event with him. It was so sad, so sad. I want you to watch that video again, and then let's now draw conclusions and lessons from it. You're welcome back, and now that you have watched the video, you discover that it was from an atmosphere of happiness and joy and thanksgiving into that of mourning and sorrow. I pray that will not be our portion in Jesus' name. But this drives home a few lessons, especially for us as men. It's obvious that the pressure of the economy and the world at large is majorly on men, as laws and policies in major countries favor the female gender. However, we've got to take time to take care of ourselves. We've got to take it upon ourselves to be intentional about living a healthy life, taking care of yourself, and most especially resting when it's needful. Somebody said, oh, maybe high blood pressure and what have you, and all of that. What brings about the high blood pressure in the first place? It's the fact that this person doesn't rest, this person does not. I'm not a medical practitioner, but then I believe that it stems up from not being not resting. It stems up from being overburdened, being pressured, and this all builds up, weakens major parts of the body, and of course, causes this depression, slumming, and eventually dying. Men, please take care of yourself. At the end of the day, you discover that we are at the receiving end, and so it calls for a lot of wisdom for us to do the needful by intentionally taking care of ourselves. Stay away from abusive homes, stay away from pressurized homes. I'm not saying that is the case with this man, but it's obvious that one thing had led to the other and led to the failure of his body system in that event that eventually led to his death. His wife would not have been able to continue with that 60th birthday because it will go down in history that while mom was celebrating her 60th birthday, her husband died just there at the Thanksgiving service. And so for us, for the women, some men will still say, don't worry, I'm the man in the house, it's my responsibility, and I just have to do it. It's now your responsibility as women to please help your husbands. I'm not saying take over their responsibility, but keep them calm. Help them to understand that you had their shoulder, that you have that you are a shoulder on which they can rest, that you can manage. I think that is one core lesson you have to learn at this point in time. That don't worry, you don't have to go out of your way. Let's manage what we have. All this pressure, economic pressure, policy pressures, it's only for a while. There's going to be a change in everything, whether there's going to be a change in leadership, a change in policy, it's all about policies. And once those policies are changed, everything will change and all will be well. So we need the women to help the men. We also need men. Please be intentional about taking care of yourself. Reap to the man in question. Please don't forget to share this video with others. Very, very important. Again, like to, by the way, by the side, celebrate Easter with every one of you, all the way from Onif TV. Thank you very much for watching. God bless you. Bye bye.